Hello, 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 hello. How is everyone doing today? How's everyone doing on this wonderful Thursday? You know what we are back for. The more you know, the more you grow. So, welcome to Thriving Thursday, where we are talking to entrepreneurs who are thriving in their not only personal business, but they're also thriving in their professional business. And they are what? Helping others thrive around them. So we have a special guest today. But before we begin, if you are here, go ahead, say, hey, how you doing? Hello, what's up in the comments? Or if you are catching this replay, make sure you hit that what? Hashtag replay. Yes, thank you for joining us today. And we have a special guest. Can anyone tell me who that special guest is? Yes, yes, I am representing today. We're going to bring on Courtney Robinson, a speaker, a style mentor at Image by Courtney. She's also an award winning global, did you hear that? Global manager with over 16 years of experience as an influencer leader. And of a cross functional team in clinical research. We got a smart one on our cookies today. She has also spent the last 6 years plus years in the professional acumen to teach entrepreneurs and professionals how to align their wardrobe and image with their passion and personality. Can we show some love for Courtney Robinson? Hey, Courtney.
Hey, Tammy, thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Oh, I am so excited to have you here with me too. That I wore what? Pose and Passion t-shirt. This is Courtney's t-shirt that I got when I went shopping with her. So I'm very proud to wear this t-shirt. So
Oh, thank
Courtney,
you.
tell us a little bit about you and who you are.
Absolutely. So, as you say, I'm Courtney Robinson, and I am a speaker and style mentor, among other things. But as it relates to me, thriving in my passion and my business, I am a speaker and a style mentor exclusively for women. And I help women curate wardrobes that accurately reflect their poise, their passions, their personality, their complete lifestyle so that they can show up with greater impact. And so, again, I just do that by teaching them the tools that will help them, better use their style and fashion.
Right now, who would have thought we had tools to make our fashion come together with our style and personality? I don't think a lot of people think of fashion and style and personality as a tool that we need to get it all aligned together so that we are more of ourselves, right? But that's what you're here for. I will say, I've taken a few of her classes, and I'm always surprised when I come out and like, wow, I didn't never think about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, tell us, what is one of the ways that you get people to align authentically with their style choices?
That's a really good question. And really, it's about helping people identify their values, right? Because that's really how we want to show up in our own authenticity. So when you take time to really think about what are those values that are important to me and how do I want to show up, as a representation of my personal values, that's really where the alignment between style and your, personal style comes into play. And so
Mhm.
once you observe those, then we look at it from a perspective, okay, how do we find clothes that reflect that, right? So having a personal style statement, having a style strategy are both extremely important in building the type of personal brand and personal style that you want to represent who you are.
Right. And that's so important for entrepreneurs to be respected, right?
Mhm.
So when, if I'm meeting someone and I'm just wearing a t-shirt, not this t-shirt, of course, t-shirts and a sweatpants, and I'm half put together, I may not have that respect. Whereas I could still have on a t-shirt and a nice pair of jeans and be put together with, like you said, a statement piece that represents me, and they will, be more apt to listening to what I have to say.
Absolutely. I agree with that. I'm a big proponent of the fact that image matters because that's the connector, right? It's the currency that we have with other people as business owners. When you show up in your own personal authenticity, you allow others to be able to be drawn to you, right? And want to connect with you and engage with you. And so, image matters, and understanding, how your image will resonate with your community and with the audience that you're intending to reach is very important.
Right. I can see that. I can really see, like, if I'm overdressed and I'm trying to reach, you want to dress for your community. So if I'm overdressed, they may be a little bit more intimidated and not really listen also. So I can see how that balance of who you are and not trying to be something that you're not
Right.
by overdressing.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Um,
So go
yeah,
ahead.
I was just going to say, considering your, your environment is super important and showing up authentic in that environment. And that may mean it's different for different roles that you have. And so embracing that and knowing that your wardrobe can, flex to all those different environments as well. We have a personal style, but like you said, you wouldn't wear something camping or hiking. You wouldn't wear that same outfit to a gala, right? So
Right.
it's just having things in your wardrobe that will serve you in every facet of your life.
Right. So you believe that if I'm going to different events that we dress for the event, even though your style may change, you're still authentically you because you like that diversity? That's okay?
Absolutely. I mean, you can have very diverse wardrobe, right? In terms of the different things that you want to make up your wardrobe, but it can still be dialed in to your authentic self, the things that you value, the things that you feel comfortable in, and the things that help you to shine.
Yes. Oh, wow. That's amazing. Because I know when we went shopping together, I was surprised how you took me on this gave me this transformative power in the styles that I was picking, and how I can match different things and bring maybe five outfits out of four different or three different items. How does that work? How does that transformative power and style confidence and blending the outfits work?
Well, less is really more. I think a lot of us think the more clothes we have, the better shape we're in. But really, when you have a more intentional wardrobe that maybe is a little bit more concise, or dialed down, it allows you to show up much more consistent and strong in your personal brand because you're not trying to find all the stuff. You have pieces that are very, again, intentional, that you love, that are comfortable, that you feel good in. And you've learned, like you said, how to mix and match those to come up with different outfit combinations that will serve you in those different, aspects or activities in your life. So the capsule wardrobe is really the way to go. And you don't just have to have one. You can have several capsule wardrobes for different parts of your life. If you're a business owner and you speak, maybe you have a speaker capsule wardrobe. Maybe you have an athleisure capsule wardrobe for when you're out and about, you want to be comfortable, but you don't want to look too, raggedy. Maybe you have a Zoom capsule outfit so that you have some go-to pieces that you can pull when you're going to jump on a Zoom call, where you can look polished and refreshed from the Zoom perspective, but you don't have to spend 30 minutes trying to figure it out. You just have go-to pieces. So really, I hope that helps explain. You can have a capsule wardrobe for almost any occasion, And I really promote those. I think that's the easiest and probably the most economical way for you to be able to have the wardrobe that really fits your needs.
Oh wow. So when you speak of capsule wardrobe, that's the different items. How do you help people create those?
So, a capsule wardrobe, by definition, is like a collection of clothing, and it can be anywhere from 20 pieces to 40 pieces, right?
Mm.
Ideally, you want it to be very small because those pieces are designed, or you're curating them to work together, right? So I always say, when you're buying a piece of clothing, that you want to make sure that it coordinates with at least two or three other pieces in your closet, so that you're guaranteed you always have something that will match that, right?
Hmm.
And that you can rework an outfit plan to come up with different outfits. And I even offer a virtual closet to my clients that allows them to be able to outfit plan for them and come up with a really nice lookbook that allows them to be able to go into that lookbook and find different outfits that are inspired from the things that are right there within their capsule wardrobe. So it's just a more efficient way. It saves you time, it saves you money, it saves you, analysis paralysis, when you're trying to figure out what to wear, because you already have these organized outfits that are well poised to represent who you are whenever you want to, wherever you want to be. It's just a matter of putting them on and then accessorizing.
Right.
So,
Well, I based on that, my closet would thank you because my closet right now has more than 40 pieces. It probably has hundreds of pieces in it. And the thing that I find though is I have all these pieces in there, but I never wear them. But
right.
I never can find nothing to wear. So
Absolutely.
so you help us with that, right? You take that stress
Abs-
off and we ready to go in the morning, just like a genie.
Right. I mean, that's the number one thing complaint that I hear from a lot of clients and just people in general about style, is that I've got all these clothes, but yet I have nothing to wear. And that's because those purchases were not intentional. They didn't buy that piece with, an outfit in mind. They didn't buy that piece with the intention of, I've got several other things at home that already coordinate with this that I can wear it with. When you think of it, when you go with the strategy and you make the intentional purchases, it makes life so much easier when it comes to outfit planning and getting ready. And we all know how hectic mornings can be sometimes,
Right.
or not even mornings, just when you're going to get dressed, whenever that is. None of us has time to like stand in front of our closet for 30, 45 minutes on end trying to figure it out. And so there's value in having, a wardrobe that is really streamlined and very functional and allows you to be able to pick things with ease, to get ready a lot quicker, and also to feel more confident about the things that you're putting on.
Right. So how do you this is just a question that came to my head. How do you deal with people when you're working with them to create their capsule wardrobe that don't want to get rid of certain pieces even though they don't wear them? Because I can't see getting ready. I'm just going to use an example. This tank top I brought for one outfit, like I brought it for an event or
Uh-huh.
something. But I love it, but I don't know if I'll ever wear it again. How do you deal with that with people?
Well, there are really many questions that you can ask that will assist you in, like, paring down or really evaluating your wardrobe. In the my main program, or one of my signature programs, called the um, the 6 weeks to the ultimate curated wardrobe.
Mhm.
That program starts with, the foundation is a closet cleanse or a closet detox, because you really have to get rid of the things that do not currently serve you in this season. But to directly answer your question, How I help them through this is to ask some really powerful questions, right? So these questions become an anchor in your decision making process, and they're designed to help you decide which pieces still hold value in your wardrobe, those that you probably should give away or gift, and then those things that maybe you could resell, potentially, and then use that money to reinvest into your wardrobe. So, for instance, one of the questions is, does this piece fit my current body shape and size? That's a no-brainer, right? So if it doesn't fit, you probably need to get rid of it, because I'm a proponent of dressing your now body. Don't dress for the 10 pounds Courtney wants to be and whenever I get there, right? 10 pounds less or lighter, right? Or don't dress for when this happens or when that happens. Embrace your body right now as it is. Learn how to dress in a way that makes you feel comfortable and confident in your own skin right now. There's so much importance of that. We talk a lot about self-care and, all these different things. Style is a form of self-care. And
Mm-hmm.
when you feel good about yourself, you show up, you shine in a different way. But you don't have to wait until you get to a certain size in order to do that. That's one of the number one things I think that keeps women from moving forward with really elevating their style, is being
Mm-hmm.
concerned about their weight.
Yes.
And you'll always be stuck there if you use that as an excuse. And so I encourage women to accept your body as it is right now, even if you want to make improvements or get better, because we all do. I'm in that process right now. Um, but I still want to show up very strong right now in this moment, right? Because I
Mm-hmm.
have a lot of value to bring in this moment. And so I'm not going to let those moments, pass me by because I'm choosing not to show up as the best version of myself that I can at this point in time. So
Right.
that's the first thing. Does it fit? Does it fit? Because if it doesn't, get rid of it, right? Gift it to someone who could use it if it's something that's in good repair. If it's not, throw it away, take it to Goodwill, get the write-off, sell it on Poshmark. Again, use that money, reinvest it into something new when you do get where you want to go. I mean, there's so many different ways that you can feel good about getting rid of that piece that no longer serves you in this season. So that's just one example of one question. I have about 10 of them that
Right.
I have clients like, just assess these, use these 10 questions to help you determine whether or not this is a piece that needs to stay or if it needs to go.
Well, let me tell you, this is it tugs at my heart to think of getting rid of certain items. I think too, like you said, women are always waiting to get to that certain size or something. But what if you are, you've gained weight and you don't want to stay there because of a medical condition, or you just let yourself go for the holidays and you've gained all this weight. We don't think in the terms of, oh, I need to go get something because this is the size I'm wearing now, because I don't plan on staying here. But the
Right.
problem comes is we end up staying there. And so we still never have anything to wear. So the
Exactly.
power of, even if you are in that situation where you may gain temporary weight, what would you suggest at that point? Because I think too, in our minds, if we say to ourselves, we're getting rid of these clothes because we can't fit them no more, then we're saying to ourselves, we'll never be that size again, subconsciously. So what would you say in something like that, if you temporarily just recently gained weight, but
Mhm.
it's because you've been on vacation for a month and you've picked up all this weight, but you come home and you can't fit your clothes. What would you say in that situation?
Well, I mean, I would say build yourself a transitional capsule wardrobe, right?
Okay.
So build yourself a very small number of pieces that you can use while you're in that transition period, right? Um, uh, Jersey knit jersey type, material. There are different materials that you can get that will help you kind of flex, right? In that in between stage where you're trying to go from one size to another. But you know what's important to understand is that when you're wearing clothes that are bigger or smaller than you are, it's hard to look put together when you've got clothes that are too small and you're trying to squeeze in them, or you're trying to hide yourself under clothes that are too big. So it's important to dress for your now body, but there are some pieces that you can get that I call transitional pieces that will help you during that flex time,
Oh, I
right?
love
But what
that.
I don't want you to do is settle into that transitional wardrobe. I want you to, really have it. I think if you invest and you have the clothes that you really love, then maybe you'll stay more motivated to keep where you need to be in terms of being able to get in those clothes, right?
Right.
So
And
I know it's that way for me. My motivation is I invest, my clothes are nice, and I don't
mhm.
really have money to go buy a whole new wardrobe at a different size. So that motivates me to stay in the zone, to stay in this, zone that I need to be in to get into these clothes. So
Yeah, I like that thinking actually, that investing in yourself with high quality clothes that will last you, because
mhm,
a lot of times people will buy off of Timo or these other places, and it's almost like clothes they're buying just for the day.
right,
But if you do that every day for a month, you
right,
could invest into something that is very high quality
right.
that's going to last you years.
That's what it comes down to. Do you want quality or do you want quantity? Right?
Mhm.
And most of the things that you buy, off the cuff that are not planned purchases and are not intentional purchases, you probably are not wearing them on the regular. That's why you've grown this closet full of things that don't really resonate. It may have been an emotional purchase, you know, you could have been shopping, therapy. I mean, just anything. And they just weren't things that really resonated with who you are. Now there are some clothes that you know that you're gonna have to replace more frequently because maybe they aren't the quality. That's a different story. But when you have a choice, I always say invest at the highest level that you can, right? You've got good, you've got better, and you've got best. And that's different for all of us, right? Some
Right.
people like name brands, some people could care less whether it's a name brand. They're just more concerned about the style.
Mhm.
Okay, great. I help women shop at whatever level that they're at. Now, there are things that I don't recommend. Fast fashion is one of those things for a number of reasons, but you want a sustainable wardrobe. And like you said, if you buy quality things, you're saving money over the long haul because you're not having to replace that as frequently, right?
Right.
When you buy quality things and things that you really like and pieces that are really grand, you're more excited to wear those pieces. So you're not worried about going to get something else because you're excited about this, right?
Mhm.
That's what it is. I think if you really get tuned into the fact that I love this, I love how this fits on my body, I love how I feel when I wear it. If you're really internalizing those things as you shop and being intentional, it makes sure that your wardrobe is built to really represent what you want. You're not just going out there buying, random things.
Right. So again, back to the self-care, when you were talking about the way you dress is self-care. I can see how that gives you that boost of confidence when
Right.
you have the clothes that fit you right and they're not over big, or when I put on something when I've gained weight and it's tight, I'm always like, oh my God, does this look right? I'm
Right.
pulling it. And then that tends to make me want to go put on something bigger to hide the whatever I put on my body, right?
Exactly. Exactly. And that's the place that we don't want to be in. Like when I put something on, I want to be absolutely comfortable. If it's a skirt that's too short, I don't want to be worried about having to shimmy and pull it down. Or if
Mm-hmm.
something is too tight, worried about if my stomach is pooching out, right?
Right.
Or, whatever. I want to be comfortable in my clothes so that I can enjoy myself and be in the moment, whatever I'm doing. If you're worried about how you look, it kind of diminishes, your opportunity to just be in the moment, right? That
Right.
goes for like being on Zoom calls, being in important meetings, speaking on a stage, showing up for girls' night, showing up for date night, whatever. Just be comfortable in your own skin and be, happy with the things that you've chosen to invest in so that you can live your life,
Right. Right.
it
So it's
frees
like
you up
you're
to do
hiding.
that. Right. Right. I
Mhm.
think a lot of people do hide behind clothes too.
Mhm.
Right. So there's a lot. I think what most people don't understand is that there's a lot of mindset work behind, really developing your personal style and your style strategy. And that's one of the things I feel sets me apart as a stylist is that you're not going to work with me and not understand your personal style. You're not going to work with me and not walk away knowing at least 2 to 3 words that you can use to describe your style and how you want to show up. That's super important to me because that then becomes the anchor that allows you to make really wise choices moving forward. And so I like to equip my clients with the tools to be able to do this on their own. I mean, it's great working with a stylist, and I love helping people for special events and for recurrent things, right? But ultimately, I want you to be empowered and equipped to make those choices on your own, right? So
Mhm.
I'm teaching you a skill. I'm teaching you things that you can employ long after you work with me that will continue to help you show up as your best self.
Yes. So, do you work with men and women?
No, I work exclusively with women. And
Okay.
I will tell you, there are some things that are similar between men and women, but my passion and my ministry is for women and helping women, especially executives, entrepreneurs, speakers, anybody that has any type of visibility and is really wanting to make sure that they're showing up and their brand accurately represents who they are as a person. Those are my people.
All right. So you hear that, all you entrepreneurs out there? We have some people watching us right now. Thank you for joining us. And we are talking with Courtney Robinson, your personal stylist. So thank you for showing up and watching. You're getting a lot of love on the Facebook.
Yay! Hey,
They say
everybody.
they love this. You're giving great tips. Make sure you guys show Courtney some love today. She's taken time out to share all these tips with us. But back to the entrepreneurs. What is your advice that you could give entrepreneurs to establish that authority and make that lasting impression? With themselves. We're specifically talking about entrepreneurs where they're making that transition of going to work for someone else and they may not even have to dress up.
Mhm.
So they now have to represent themselves. What
So
would
it
be your
all
advice?
Yeah, that all goes back to what we talked about in the beginning was identifying your values. If you're an entrepreneur, you should know the values that you want to emote, what your vision is, what your mission is. If you've properly identified that, then you know that your personal brand should align with that, right? So that's the most important things. What are your values? Really be very, definitive about what those things are that you value and that represent your vision and your mission for your business, your passion project, or your role as an executive. And then we start to look at what ways can I show up that align with my values. That is the single most important thing that you can do to really impact your own personal style, your own personal brand, is to identify those values so that we then know where to shop, where to start. It gives us a starting place, right? If you say, I don't really, if you haven't identified that for yourself, I think you will still continue to struggle with your style. But when you identify those values, you become more intentional about the pieces that you choose to add. That will start to um, change and help you build a more intentional, functional, and streamlined wardrobe. It is all about optimizing your wardrobe to work for you.
Okay. So, yeah, that was one of my questions you already answered. If someone didn't know what their values were, because again, that goes down to mindset to be able to recognize your values, goes
Mhm.
down to the mindset. So, if someone didn't know their values, do you help them work through that part also?
Absolutely. That's a part of my 6-week program that I have for women. When we work on your style statement and developing your style statement, one of the first questions I ask is, how would people describe you? How do your best friends describe you? How do people closest to you that really know you, how do they describe you? That's
Hmm.
a starting place. If you're thinking about, well, I don't know what my values are. When you start thinking about how people see you or what people have told you they think about you. And I don't mean the bad stuff, I mean the good stuff. Because your personal style is all about celebrating all the things that make you authentically you, right? So
Hmm.
there's no space for this negativity. I don't entertain. I let you get off whatever you need to get off your chest, but I don't entertain the negative. I'm all about building you up, helping you embrace yourself, your personal confidence, your style confidence, and the things that are going to help you simplify and shine.
Simplify and shine. I love it. We all need simplifying in our lives, right?
We
Because
sure do.
it's
We
so
sure
much
do.
already going on out there in the world. We don't want to spend that 10 minutes in the morning trying on a shirt and then throwing it down, trying on another shirt and then throwing it down.
Mhm,
That is
mhm.
one of my things that I'm working on. I know I've been shopping with you, but I haven't done the cleansing of the closet yet. And so
Well,
that might be my next move. Who's in with me on that? Who
well,
is
I've
in?
got an opportunity for you.
Oh,
When I was thinking about the very last thing that I wanted to do before I closed out 2023, I thought, what could I do that would help people move the needle, even if it just got them jump started? So I decided to do one last workshop that I'm holding this Sunday from 2 to 5 p.m. And it's called Simplify and Shine, the Uncluttered Closet. And yes, we're cleaning your closet. Theoretically, we're doing that, right? It's really a co working situation. I am going to be in my closet on Zoom. You are
okay.
going to be in your closet on Zoom. I am going to, for those who register, you will get pre work that will tell you things to look at and, consider before we get started. But I'm going to give you direction about what you can do while we're on that call to organize and streamline your closet. I'm going to give you tips, tricks, organizational things come in the pre work, things you should think about, things you should do. I'll be there on the Zoom, available and able to answer questions. So I'll be your expert. Any questions that you have specifically about your closet, I'm happy to address while you're on there. But the majority of that time will be dedicated time for you to do the work. A lot of us say we're going to do it and we procrastinate. So
Mhm.
basically, you are signing on with me on Sunday from 2 to 5 to block off that time so that we can be intentional about getting those closets in gear, getting them in shape so that you can step into 2024 with a different perspective about how you plan to show up. And like I said, it's not just for you, it's for me. I'm going to do it anyway. I try to clean my closet at least once a quarter. Things don't always stay pristine, right? Things get out of place and that kind of thing. And there's a certain way I like for my closet to be that allows me to be able to get to my things in a timely manner and pick things and, not, spend a lot of time worried about what I'm going to wear. So it's come to that time. It's that time of year for me to do that. And I thought, what better way than to have a co working session where people can join me and I can do some closet coaching, right? And let
Right.
you know some different ways that you can get your closet in gear, more functional, can serve you better, and help you save time and money going into 2024.
Wow. See, it all worked out, and I need that service. But
Mhm.
the interesting thing is, I do a closet cleanse twice a year, but I
Mhm.
seem to still have so much stuff. Why? It doesn't seem like I always still have so much stuff I don't wear, but I get rid of like 3 bags of clothes.
Because this is the way when I say shop intentional, What that means is that you shouldn't purchase a new item unless you're getting rid of something, right?
What
The
about
only way
just
you
for an
should be
event?
buying, if you're making the right investments, the only time you should be buying something new is if something needs to be replaced, it no longer fits, it's not in good repair. Maybe you broke something on it, or, some beads fell off or something, whatever. But that literally, that's the type of self-discipline you have to have when it comes to your closet in terms of keeping it like it is. And I'll be guilty. I'm that type of person. If I find something I like, I want it in every color or a couple different styles and that type of thing. But I really try to be very intentional and say, okay, you've probably got about 5 black tops at home. What's different about this
Mm,
black top, right?
uh,
So
hmm.
is it short sleeve and I'll have all long sleeve? Okay, that might be a reason to invest. Maybe I need a short sleeve black shirt instead of a long sleeve. But if it's truly not something you need, like I have a client that I'm working with, and we just did her closet detox. She had 295 pieces that she uploaded into her digital closet. And I said, there's no way you're wearing all of this. You're not. You're just not. I said, so we have to get rid of some of this because this is what's keeping you from showing up as your best self. Nobody wears all those clothes. No one. I promise you, they might tell you they do. They do not. So what happened is she told me, I need a navy blazer. She said that she mentioned this like just in passing or whatever. After she did the closet cleanse, she discovered 8 navy blazers. 8. I said, so you don't need a navy blazer, right? Because you got 8 to choose from. Do they fit? Do you want to keep them? Oh, yeah, they're in great condition. One I've never even worn before. Okay, so you don't need a navy blazer. But she had so much stuff, she couldn't even remember. She didn't even know where it was. But when I
Wow.
forced her to pull everything out and take a picture of it and upload it to her digital closet, and then we went through and I said, okay, does this stay or go? Well, first of all, I said, don't even take a picture of it if you don't want it, right? But she took a picture of 295 pieces that she wanted. And I'm like, okay, we need to rethink this. We really need to like reevaluate, right? She's an executive in the top safety space, a VP who's looking to really, elevate her brand. She makes great investments. A lot of the pieces that she chose to keep are really great pieces, but we need to decide what becomes a part of your executive work capsule, what becomes a part of your everyday, life, what becomes a part of your athleisure, and then what are the things that you could probably give to your nieces or your sisters or to Goodwill or get a Poshmark account and make a little bit of money.
Hmm. I feel like where I'm guilty at, and I'm sure maybe other people are guilty with this. So maybe your advice will help us with this. But if I'm going to an event, or a party or something, I'm always buying something new for that party. That's emotional buying. That's buying basically what you said, you buying what you don't need. But I feel like that newness of that outfit makes me feel good, not picking something else out my closet that's old. So is that part of a mindset shift right there? Because
It is. It's what I mentioned before. So that means that the quote unquote old things that you had in your closet they didn't really resonate with you to begin with, right?
Mhm.
Because you bought it for a specific event. And it's fine to buy things for a specific event, but you also should think of, am I going to get other wear out of this? Am I going to wear this in the future? Are there other events that I could wear this for? Right? Like, it is okay to wear something more than once. I don't know where we've gotten into this culture where some people want to wear something and then they don't want to be seen in it again. If it's
Right.
a if it's an investment that you made, don't you want to get your money out of your investment? Clothes are meant to be worn. But again, if you're not tied to that piece, if you haven't like shaken hands with that piece and been like, oh, I love this, I really want to add this, then of course you're gonna disregard it when it comes time to wearing it again.
Mm-hmm.
So even more reason that you need to be more intentional about the choices that you make. I've got some dresses in my closet that I cannot wait to wear them again. Like I love wearing them. And I'm trying to figure out, within reason, what other events can I wear them to? Like, I don't want to wear them to the event that I see multiple people of the same people in, but there are some things that are really my favorites and I love to wear,
Mm-hmm.
right? And
Mm.
and really that's like almost all of my I really try to shop from that perspective. Do I love this? Do I love this enough that I will continue to wear it? If the answer is no, put it back. Just move on. Move on. And I know that's hard, but it's a mindset shift. It's
Right.
exactly what you said. It's a mindset shift to I want a more intentional closet, not I want a closet full of clothes, most of which I don't even want to wear.
Right. So those red pair of pants I brought for a Christmas event 3 years ago that I've never worn since then probably needs to go, huh?
I mean, can you wear them? Do they still fit?
I mean, I don't know. I just never wore them because I brought them for an event and they're red. They're like bright red. Like, I don't know if I would ever wear them again unless I
That's
went to
a
another
that's a
Christmas event.
statement piece. So here's what I would challenge you to do. Try them on. Try them on. And if they fit and you feel good in them and they look good, then you need to start saying, okay, what other pieces can I coordinate with these red pants?
Oh,
I've got ideas right off the top of my head, and
okay.
I'm not even in your closet because that's the way my brain works as the personal stylist and the style mentor. I'm already thinking, well, what can I put this with? How can I coordinate this? What would this look good with? And so when I'm out shopping, that's what I'm thinking of. Okay, I love this piece, but what do I have at home? Actually, I don't even have to think about it because I have it on my phone. I have a digital closet. And like I said, clients who
Hmm.
work with me also get access to a digital closet if you invest in a program or my membership. And you could have your closet on your phone. So you could say, wait a minute, I think I might have a shirt similar to this at home. You pull it up on your digital closet. And if you do, you're like, oh, I do. Well, it's great, but let me pass because I have something like that already at home.
Oh, wow. Yeah, because we do tend to forget what we have at home while we're shopping.
Right,
And we'll
right,
come home and be like, oh, sometimes you have that same exact thing.
right, right. But if you're more intentional and you have a much smaller wardrobe, you'll be able to remember some of the things that you have and you won't go out there buying duplicates, right?
Right. So you guys hear those? You hear that out there, you entrepreneurs? So I think that's all great advice. And I never even thought about those red pants. Now you got me thinking. My wheels is turning. They just
See there?
turning. Because I brought those pants and I think in my mind, I brought them for a Christmas event. So I can only wear them for a Christmas event. I think in my
No.
mind, like I can't see, I don't never think I ever went out with colorful out in the public with
Mm-mm.
colorful pants like that before.
That
So
as creative as you are in your personality, you bought those because they resonated with you. So what
yes.
will make you love them is figuring out what other things you can match them with in your wardrobe and get wear out of them.
Right.
And that's I love helping women shop their own closet, right? Most women have a gold mine in their closet. Like my client who we just had their shop, she was like, she's like, I'm on such a high. I feel like I have all these new clothes because I haven't seen them in so long, because I've
Wow.
been wearing the same old thing. Now we can start to restyle things and come up with outfit looks and in her lookbook so that she feels like she has a whole new wardrobe.
Right. Uh Somebody said I have enough to forget I don't have enough clothes in my closets, but I want to fill my closet intentionally once I do get it. So we have people out there who don't even have enough
Yeah.
clothes in their closet to present themselves in the style they want.
Right. They don't have the right pieces, right?
Okay.
I think you've got people at different ends of the spectrum. You have some people who are minimalists And so they don't buy a lot, but they also, the things that they do buy are not the right things. Because, like I
Right.
said, you could have a wardrobe as little as 20 pieces and have, a gazillion outfits once we get through mixing and matching. So, again, it's all about being intentional. I can't say it enough, but those are the benefits to optimizing your wardrobe is that you save money, you save time, you feel more confident, and you have an amazing, streamlined, and functional wardrobe.
Oh my God, I love it. And I plan to sign up for her workshop at the end of this month, Style and Shine, right?
Well, it's not the end of this month. It's Sunday.
Oh,
It's
this
Sunday.
Sunday. So
It's
please,
Sunday,
yes.
December 10th. And I dropped the link to register in the comments. So anybody who, I hope I did it in the comments and not the private chat.
So yes, but so what I want you to do when we get off, make sure to drop all your information again, just in case it goes away or anything.
Sure.
Just go back and check and make sure it is, because I think we should all get on. Is this a Zoom, right?
Yep, this is a Zoom. You don't have to, because you're going to be in your closet. I want you
Do
to
I need
take
to?
your phone, your computer, your iPad, whatever, and I want you to get in your closet because I'm going to be in mine. And like I said, I'll be available for questions. I'm going to be giving you some tips, some guidance on things you can do. The pre-work, I have that PDF pulled up now. Everyone who signs up will get a pre-work checklist where I will be telling you, utilize this checklist to ensure that you are ready, right? Your readiness for an effective closet cleanse during the workshop. I'm telling you the type of hangers, where to get them, bags, bins,
Wow.
other organizational tools, space preparation, mindful purchasing. We're going to be talking about that. Um, then I tell you the 10 questions that we talked about. I give you the 10 questions that you should ask yourself when you're deciding whether or not to keep a piece, whether it stays or where it goes. I'm going to be explaining to you the anatomy of an outfit, how to put an outfit together, what those essential pieces are, how you accessorize. You'll have instructions for that within your checklist, your pre-work checklist. Also, in the pre-work checklist, I'm giving you an analysis of the power of color in fashion, right? So there will be colors that, like, for instance, black represents elegance and authority and formality, right? And so black is really a power color, but it's also a classic color. So I give you a little bit about color so you know how to use color. And then just the overall purpose of outfit planning, which is to be more confident, to establish more authority, helps you look more professional and put together. But most importantly, you can be comfortable, but most importantly, it helps you make really good first impressions. So when you have, an outfit that's well put together, it sets you apart. It sets you apart. When it's authentic and well put together, it sets you apart. So I really want everyone to embrace purposeful outfit planning. And that starts with cleaning your closet so you know exactly what you have.
Wow, that seems so value packed.
Yeah, it is.
Um, and if you are ready to walk into 2024, we are going into 2024. If you're ready to walk into 2024 with your style being authentically you, you should reach out to Courtney and join that workshop. It is Zoom. You could stay at home.
Mhm.
Nobody needs to see what you have but Courtney, because
Nope.
she will help you clean that out. Like I feel like I need to clean my closet before I even let her in my closet. It's like those housekeepers, you have to clean your house before you let them in your house. I feel like I need to clean my closet before I let her in my closet, because I feel like she will be overwhelmed. But it's that letting go of the old and embracing the new.
Yeah,
It's coming into who you really are, being authentically you, not trying to be the old you, because the old
right.
you, obviously, if you're doing this, it wasn't working for you.
That's
So
right.
let's go ahead and step into 2024 as the powerful entrepreneurs that we are.
That's right.
Yes.
Time to turn
Thank
over a new leaf.
Yeah, time to turn over a new leaf. I want to thank you, Courtney, so much for giving us these tips and tricks and coming on here and sharing your knowledge and the advice that you've given us. But before you go, is there let the people know how they can reach you? Because some people may want some one on ones. Do you provide one on ones also?
I do. I have several different services, right? They're I just name them different things because different people think they're looking for different things, but a lot of this stuff is foundational and it's the same. But I do have different services that help you achieve a very, intentional wardrobe. So if you're interested in working together, or even just chatting to learn how I can help you or even give you resources, I would love to do that, right?
Okay.
And yeah, so no commitment, but if you want to chat and talk about ways that you could streamline for 2024, let's have that conversation, see if we're a good fit to work together. I would love to support you in that. I do have services, I have a membership. So I have tools and I have things to help you get where you need to go. We just need to figure out where you are
Mhm.
and where you want to go, and then I can give you the the uh
The bridge.
tools to get there. That's right.
The
Fill
bridge.
in that gap for
So
you.
how do we find you? What is your
Um,
links, your
so
Instagram or Facebook link?
yep, I'm on Instagram at Image by Courtney. I'm on Facebook, Courtney Robinson. I'm on LinkedIn is Courtney Robinson. I'm going to drop those things in the chat. LinkedIn is my major. That's where I do most of my business. Those are the women that I'm working with over on LinkedIn. So that's where you'll find me primarily. I do have a presence on Instagram. I do have a presence on Facebook, which is my personal page, but I post business things as well. And I also have a weekly devotional that I publish called Poise and Promises, which is the intersection of faith and fashion. And I do, some inspirational and empowerment in terms of your faith, what the Bible says about who you are and how to show up, and your fashion, and how to, just how to connect those two. And that comes out Sundays. It's completely free, weekly devotional. You can sign up for that, get kind of an introduction to me and what I'm about and what I promote and those types of things. And, just come on into my world and my community and experience and, decide, how I can best support you and partner with you.
Yes.
Again, I work exclusively with women, and I do speaking and workshops. So I do, a more intimate workshops with women on very specific things, kind of like the one that I'm going to be doing on Sunday, which again is just a teaser of my 6-week program that I do,
Ooh.
one on one with women. So, yeah, but I'm moving more into the group space where I'm starting to talk to groups and, speaking on stages and things of that nature, doing more of an overview of the thing. And then if you choose to work with me one on one, there are opportunities to do that.
Yes. You guys hear that? Make sure you reach out to Courtney. And I get those Sunday emails, and I always am so excited to receive those. So make sure you get on that. Again, she said they are free. There is no pressure, no sales with it. It is just motivating you with the word and your fashion.
That's
So
right.
just make sure to get on that list to receive those every Sunday. Courtney, thank you so much. And we are getting people who are saying hi, they're ready. Drop your link. So when we get off of here, make sure, in case it did not show up, which I do not see it in the
Okay.
comments, make sure
Yeah.
you go back and drop those links. You can drop your link for this Sunday. Remember, this Sunday, simplify and shine in your closet. Can you
Absolutely.
shine in your closet? Your closet be like, woo! Yes, it will. So make
That's right. We're going to get down to work. So if you want to join me, I'm going to be there regardless. My closet is going to be on point by the time we're done
ooh,
on Sunday. So if you
we
want to
all
join
need to
me
be on.
and be a part of it, please do. We'd love to have you there.
Show Courtney some love. Let her know what you thought about this by putting it in the comments. Thank you again, Courtney, for being on here with me today.
Thank you for having me be a part of your community and to talk about what I absolutely love. It was my pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. See you backstage. You guys hear it from the mouth of your own personal stylist. You want to simplify and shine next year? You make sure you go check out that workshop that is happening this Sunday. It is happening this Sunday, preparing you for 2024. I want to thank everyone for joining me, being here with us, listening to this conversation. I hope that you picked up some tips and tricks for your next venture of shopping. But if you need help with that, reach out to Courtney. She got you. She got your back. I know she does. I went with her, and we have Poise and Promise, the t-shirt that I received to prove to you that I've been with her. So make sure you reach out to her for all your fashion needs. All right. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Have a transformative day. Stay open to the possibilities and let the unknown come rolling in. Thank you for joining us. See you next Thursday for Thriving Thursday. And I will drop a link if you would like to be a guest on Thriving Thursday and showcase your business and how you are helping others to thrive. See you later. Bye.